Hey guys, how's it going? It's Bill Moore. Okay, I'm back again for another fresh pod review. We're going to continue our 2015 pod reviewing season with another very unique pepper. I'm very excited about this one. This is the 7-pot Katy. Take a look at that one. Isn't it a beautiful shaped pepper? Now this was sent to me from Stephen Canaday, also known as the Pepper Geek. From Pepper Geek Farms, located down in Summerville, South Carolina. Just a really cool guy, awesome grower. I'll put his link to his website down in the description. You can also find him on Facebook. And I believe the hot pepper forum, he's known as Ignite. But his website's up and running. Once again, I'll put that link in the description. Check it out. I believe he's going to eventually be selling, seeds and fresh pods and starter plants and powders. If you've got questions on grow systems and anything like that, he is the one to ask. So make sure you check that out. Okay, well, let's get into this. The 7-pot Katy. Now, this is the sister pepper to the 7-pot Lucy. Both of these were created by Mr. Nick Duran, also known as Naga Nick over in the UK. This is another hybrid cross that he's worked on for several years now. I believe this is in the F4 stage right now. Now the Katy has a different mother, so this is a cross between a Naga Viper, the ex-Guinness World Record holding pepper for the in the UK, and the 7-pot Jonah. So just the opposite of the Lucy that I reviewed before. So once again, the Katy, a cross between the Naga Viper, and you could definitely see the look of the Naga Viper in this one, and also the 7-pot Jonah. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into this. I want to always cut her open, take a look inside. Let's see if I can cut this one right. See if we can, looking at this one, I'm going to have to show you both of these halves here. This is what this one looks like. All right. It's got a pretty good placenta on it. Now I'm telling you, you really can't, sometimes you can't see the oils in this thing until you take a look underneath that seed, where all the seeds are in there. Has a nice, clean, crisp, bright smell to it, just like the a 7-pot or a super hot pepper. Not overly strong. Sometimes the aroma on some of these peppers is really strong with that capsaicin or that chinense smell. This one definitely smells a little bit like it. It may not be as hot, but you never can tell. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on this half right here, I'm just going to taste part of this before I eat the whole thing. I'll see if I can just kind of note some flavor first. I decided I wanted to try this before I put the whole thing in my mouth and get all of those seeds, which seeds can be kind of bitter. So let's try this. Slightly sweet. A little bit floral tasting, but definitely has a good flavor to it. Pretty hot. Let's go ahead and just finish this whole thing here. But I wanted to try that, just kind of see if I could note any different flavors to it. It's going to be hot, I know that, but it has a pretty good flavor to it. It really does. It is definitely a little bit sweet. It seems to have a pretty good aftertaste as well. All right, here we go. And when you chew the whole pepper up like this, you definitely, you could probably get a little bit more bitterness from the seeds like that, but pretty nice flavor. Really can't pick up too much on how this one's different than a lot of other ones as far as the flavor goes. And I'm trying to get better at that. It does taste pretty clean. It's definitely floral a little bit, but not overly floral. Perfumey, not too bad. This one so far is manageable. It is not attacking nearly as bad as her sister Lucy did. All the way, it started underneath the tongue, burning pretty good all over the tongue, underneath the tongue, and then it is moving back a little bit here to the back of the throat, but all over inside mouth burn, especially as you talk. So you're getting the dragon's breath, getting kind of the fumes that are going up. But as you probably can tell from the way I'm talking, the way that it is manageable. It is not attacking the throat nearly as bad as the Lucy pepper did. Let's just see how this goes. Drool starting pretty good. Mainly this one is focused. The burn seems to be underneath the tongue and kind of the top part of the throat, not down here like other pods do, so far anyway. But this one has a pretty nice, clean aftertaste on it. Eyes are tearing up pretty good. Oh. All right, not that bad so far. Not nearly as hot as the Borg 9. Mouth is kind of going numb a little bit. Now it's kind of a little bit more on the throat, but more of an all over inside underneath the tongue burn on this one. Excuse me, there's the burp. This one doesn't have me quite as fidgety, but it's hot. Believe me, it is hot. Got kind of a nice glow, a nice endorphin rush coming on now. Sides of the tongue on this one, especially for some reason on the left side. But a nice oven hot type burn. Not so much of a stingy burn. Not a throat attacker that much. Does burn on the back of the throat, but it just doesn't latch on there like some peppers do. Now the more I talk now, the tongue just really lights up. But I'd say that the flavor on this one kind of reminds me of the Borg 9, which means it's kind of clean. No bitter aftertaste. So I think this would be another great pepper to use in sauces. Another good one to use, in moderation, just fresh, slice it up, put it in stir fries. But it seems like sometimes these red pods, unlike brown chocolate pods, especially the chocolate brain strain, is that they're not as earthy or rich, if you know what I mean. These red pods are super hot, but more of a clean, either leaning towards a citrus or a fruity flavor. But this one not strong in either one of those, maybe just kind of in between. But definitely not a nasty bitter floral. It's there, but not too strong. Okay, as you can see, I've talked pretty well on this one. So Katie's been pretty nice to me, not nearly as mean as her sister Lucy. I don't feel like I'm going to be sick from this, even though, you know, you get the whiskey chest. It's burning down in here a little bit. I just feel like, you know, it's not going to be a gut bomb. Pretty much leveled off now, coming down a little bit now. So I made out good with this one, Stephen. Woo! Okay, I'm going to cut this one short, get this uploaded for you guys. Another awesome pepper from Stephen Canaday, the Pepper Geek, located down there in Somerville, South Carolina. Make sure you check him out. Sure is going to be having lots of good sales going on for fresh pods. Make sure you keep up with him on Facebook. Okay, everybody, once again, that was a 7-pot Katie. That was a cross between the Naga Viper and the 7-pot Jonah. Awesome pepper. So stay tuned for more reviews. Hope you enjoyed this one. And until the next time, enjoy the burn. We'll see you guys later.